What's up, you guys? It's Vincanity, and a lot of you guys have been recently asking me, like, what's my air flare progress looking like? It's been, a number of months, and I want to see how you're doing. And to be honest with you guys, a couple months ago, I actually had a pretty bad, shoulder injury that prevented me from really, putting much weight on it. And although it wasn't serious, it prevented me from really being able to train air flares like I really wanted to. So for the past couple months, I've been really focusing on strengthening, conditioning, working on my coordination with my handstands, with my legs swinging, without actually, putting my shoulder in a position where it would hurt. So to be honest, my progress has been okay. But today, I actually got something in the mail that I want to show you guys. It's pretty exciting. I got my very own G-Force, which, to be honest, I think this is going to be really helpful for me, especially in just developing the coordination. Like I mentioned in my first video, before this I never attempted or even tried an air flare, so my coordination, even in my handstands, isn't the greatest. So this is definitely going to help me. But in order to use this, I actually have to set it up. So I think setting this up is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna just connect it to some type of hook or something from above. But being that I train in my garage, I want to show you guys something. This is basically what I'm working with, and this is an old garage. This is like 50 plus years old, and so setting it up like that, it kind of worries me because most likely the board is gonna break, especially if I put too much weight on it. So I'm just gonna show you guys something. So this is what the ceiling looks like, and there's a number of 2x4s like this one and that one that I could connect it to, but at the moment it's pretty weak. This is just a board going all the way across, right, from one side to the next. Same with this one. This goes all the way across, right, and there's nothing supporting it at all. So what I need to do is actually go to the store and buy some 2x4s to actually connect this board with the ceiling. I think I'm gonna connect it right about here, so it's right in the center of the practice spot. But I'm gonna have to buy some boards to reinforce this one. So with that said, let's go to Home Depot. And don't forget to press the like button. Alright, you guys, I'm back from the Home Depot. And if any of you guys have ever been to Home Depot, this is a little secret for you beginner Home Depoters, is that they will cut the wood for you, especially if you have a little car like myself that will not fit a freaking 12 to 16 foot piece of wood in it. And if you're not experienced in transporting stuff like that, you probably shouldn't, stick a piece of wood out your window, because that is quite dangerous. So have them cut it for you, measure it out, or you could ask them to measure it out for you, but yeah, measure it out and then have them cut it, and then you're good to go. So just so you know, every house is gonna be a little bit different. You might even have a garage that's already reinforced, but what we have to do is make sure that whatever you are attaching your G-Force device to, or any device at that, it is secure, and that you're not gonna fall or worse, hurt yourself, or even worse, break your house and your parents kick you out your house, and yeah, it's gonna be all bad. So first, I actually want to show you guys the reason why we actually have to reinforce this. So I mentioned this earlier, but you probably couldn't really see it. So this is what it looks like up here, right? You have these pieces of wood that go across, and that's pretty typical in most houses. In actual houses, you'll see it, on every board, but this is just the garage, so it doesn't matter too much. And then we have this board that basically runs all the way across down the center, and this is what we need to attach it to. And you know, right now it feels sturdy, but basically the only thing supporting this is this board, right? So if something is pulling on here, if I were to like do pull-ups on it, eventually it's gonna break. So what we need to do is actually attach this to the roof, and that makes it, you know, a lot stronger. Now the weight is actually gonna be coming from here versus like, you know, this weak point. So it's gonna basically strengthen the point that we're gonna attach it to. And just because this is a, you know, really old building, I'm gonna put 4 actual attachments. So one here, so coming from here, and then I'm gonna do it halfway down and halfway down. And again, that's just for safety, because honestly I don't want to be doing air flares and then it breaks off, or you know, something terrible happens, which could be possible. So we're gonna make sure terrible things don't happen to me. Tools wise, a couple things that you need a screwdriver. You could also do it with a hammer, but I think with the screws it'll be a little bit more secure. You need a level to make sure that, you know, it's not crooked. And you're gonna need to get some clamps. Right, the clamp, unless you have a friend that could hold it for you, but if you don't have friends, you need clamps. Now the last thing that you need is gonna be some screws. Basically you need something that is gonna be long enough to go through the 2x4 and you know, secure it to the other side. So I have these, which you can see it'll go through and it'll go into the other side, right? And it's not gonna go through and, you know, stab somebody. Alright you guys, so just so you know, this is not a tutorial. This is just me doing this. But honestly, if you guys have the funds, just hire a professional and it'll be legit. But if not, then this is what you gotta do. We're gonna attach this here. So if you're wondering why this is attached like this, like it looks kind of funny, this board, this one, is actually 2 boards over from the one up here, right? So by putting this here, if you guys look, it is perfectly level, going straight up. And on this side, if I adjust it correctly, it is now perfectly level, going straight up. So now that it's ready to go, I'm gonna actually attach it down here first, because that is gonna be the safest option. If I try to attach it up there, you know, I'm not gonna have, my hands aren't gonna be as free, and it's gonna be a little bit dangerous. So I'm gonna attach it down here, and actually it's already pretty much like snug up there, like almost snug. And just to secure it, I'm just gonna add this one. And see, as you can see, like up here, I kinda need 2 hands to put it up. So yeah, attach the bottom one. Unless you got friends. Things are starting to move along. I got my trusty screwdriver, and basically I need to put at least 2 screws up here, and just to secure it. You could also buy a brace that'll attach it, but again, if you don't have the funds, then you're just gonna do it like this. So the hard part about this is we have a roof at an angle. What we're gonna try our best to do is put this screw as straight as possible. And obviously it's not completely possible, but as straight as possible. All right, got the first board up in there, and hands are getting dirty. Now I'm gonna put the second one up. Alright you guys, so we got our reinforcements up in there, and now these last 2 pieces, these are just to, they're like, I don't even think it's really necessary, but I'm doing it because I just want to be safe and I don't want to get, you know, ceiling falling on me. So I'm gonna add these up here and also on this side, and it's just to kind of reinforce it to, you know, some added support. And just like that, we have reinforced the ceiling, or our future air flare devices. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that is more than sufficient. Again, I was just being a little extra because I don't want to fall. So last thing we have to do is create this attachment so that we can do the air flares. So, oh man. I'm thinking about putting it right in between these two posts, using this piece of wood. Basically what I bought is this little eye hook. And I was kind of hesitant. They have the ones that just screw in, but I was like, man, I don't want to risk that, because what if, you know, something happens and you just fall through. So what I'm going to do is drill a hole through this piece of wood, and then I'm just going to attach this piece of wood to that, and hopefully that's, you know, secure enough. All right, you guys, so now that we have our hole in our wood, what we're gonna do is stick this through it. And I put these washers. I realize they're a little bit too big, but I think it's fine. It's just added support. So I'm gonna put this through here, just like this. Right? And this is gonna go on the other side, and then I'm just gonna tighten this down. Okay, and now that feels really good. So I'm gonna screw this up there, and this is gonna be like basically what everything is attached to. And because of the new beams, it's just gonna, you know, have that added support. All right, you guys, we got this baby up. I seem to have left a clamp up there, but I will retrieve that. But now is gonna be the true test of if this was successful or not. And that is if it can hold my weight and doesn't break. In the set, I actually got the flare machine, which I haven't tried. I mean, I could do flares, but you know, everyone has improvement for flares. Unless you got like top of the line flares, then I guess you could talk, but most people can definitely use some improvement on their flares, so I'm kind of excited about using that. So what I know so far is I take one of these straps, I'm assuming it's one of these, and I just wrap it around there, and then I attach this to it. So let me go do that right now. It appears to be a little bit too long. From what I learned when I did this with Peter, is that basically when you let go, your head should almost hit the floor, but it shouldn't hit the floor. So let me just adjust it real quick. So I think we're close. I'm gonna just test this out. I'm not gonna be training. I'm kind of tired from just doing all that, but I want to test it out so that we could actually in the future, you know, do some legit training. You know, at that park when I was with Peter, we trained for a long time, but we actually didn't get to spend too much time on this, you know, compared to the 3 to 4 hours we were just running airflare. So by the time I did this, I was already super tired. So let me just give this a try and make sure I don't fall. And I think it actually works. I was pulling on it. I don't feel it moving at all, actually. So I think we did what we needed to do. We got it reinforced in 4 points, which I think is more than enough. My brother, who's an engineer, he told me technically I just need the one up there. but now that I have, you know, 4, it's, you know, even more on the safe side. So yeah, it's about to be an air flare party all day, every day. Come through if you invited. Most likely you're not going to be. And if you guys want your own to train with, or you could even train with me digitally, I want you guys to go to gravityforcetraining.com. This is a G-Force. And you guys could actually use my discount code, which is Vincanity in all capital letters. And with that code, you guys will get 5% off your total price. You could either get just this by itself, or you could get the flare machine as well. I have not used that, nor do I know how to, but I'm gonna do some research, and you know, next time we'll be doing some flares and some air flares. If you guys like this content, make sure you guys press that like button. Leave me a comment, and if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys are interested in training with me more closely, make sure you guys click on my Patreon link below. We have live workshops, we have live question and answers every single month. There's 8 ways for you guys to get feedback, all that stuff. So click on that and we'll get training soon.